going on, my home studio addicts? Joel here from the Home Recording Network, and today we are talking about home recorded drums, the drum kit, right? I'm sure if you've recorded drums in your home or in your basement, they do not sound very flattering, and most importantly, they don't sound like the drums on your favorite band's records. And that's it, isn't it? We need to figure out how to make these home recorded drums sound like they do on our favorite band's CDs and records. And we can do that. It just takes a few little tricks. So I haven't always had a big room like this. I just moved to this studio. I'm used to recording drums in a very small room in a basement, but my drum sound was still phenomenal. And today I'm going to walk you through 3 things that we can be doing to improve our drum sound and get that large drum sound out of our small room. Okay, so we are in a mix that was recorded in my old studio. These drums were tracked in a very small space. The tricks I'm going to talk about today are going to be 3 buses or 3 effect sends that we can use to get this large drum sound from our home recorded drums. And in this video, I will just go over what they are, and then I will have 3 follow-up videos going through each one in detail. And I also want to say that you can use these tips to get your programmed or mini drums sounding more lively as well. So first, I'm just going to solo the dry drums and bring in the effect sends that I'm using so you guys can hear the difference with only the drums playing. Then I'll show you again how much of a difference this makes with some of the music behind it. Okay, so here are just the dry drums, and I will bring in and out those effect sends that I'm talking about, and I'm going to go over. So quite a difference there. And you guys might be thinking, well, you're just adding some reverb, but it's not actually just reverb. It's a lot more in depth than just throwing a reverb on a bus or a send. But real quick, I'm just going to show you with the music how much of a difference these effects make. So here again, I'm going to start with the effects off and bring them in and out. I hope you can hear how much larger these drums are with these buses engaged, and not just the reverb, but just how much more of a stereo spread there is on the drums, which just makes the drum kit grow a little bit from left to right. So I have 3 buses set up that are kind of adding up to make these drums a little bit bigger. And the first one and the most important is the drum room. Now, because most of us don't have a big room to record drums in, we can't really mic up the room and get a lot of ambience from room mics or anything. So we have to create our own. And that's what this bus is doing, this drum room bus. Now, to create a bus like this, it's not just about putting a room reverb on something. It's actually a lot more in depth. We need to make this sound like actual room mics, and there's a process to go through when you set this up, and I will show that in the next video. But first, let me just bring this bus in so you guys can hear what this drum room is adding. Now, the next bus is labeled P drums, and this is a way to get a little bit of extra transient out of your snare, kick, and toms. And with this, it's a little bit more subtle than the drum room, but when I engage this, just listen for how the kick and the snare hit a little bit harder. Now, the last and final bus is just a way to get some extra ambience out of the drum kit, and it's the simplest bus on here, and it's just some reverb applied specifically to a few tracks. And again, this is just going to add some extra reverb to the kit, so I will start with this off and bring it in. So again, this is without all of these buses. And here is with. And in the next 3 videos, I will break into each of these and get really specific and break it down for you guys so you guys can replicate this in your home studio. And by the way, this isn't just a technique for live drums. You can also do this with your MIDI or program drums as well. Guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to download your free Ultimate Home Studio Mix Guide. I made this for you guys so you could start getting your mixes sounding better. There's a lot of great information in there. And be sure to reach out if you have any questions or if you need any help with your mixes. Thanks.